Okay, I'm not gonna lie. My battery died, and it's the next day. I put on the same shirt, so it would at least look kind of the same. So we'll just kind of pick up where we left off, I think. Where we were. So one day the universe spoke to us. We were at the doctor's office, our diagnosing doctor, the one who diagnosed Leanna, the cardiologist, and he fired us. He said, "This is your last appointment here." And then he walked out of the office. And we're like, what? It was shocking, scary. What's going on here? We thought this man was God, and God fired us. So Leanne and I kind of go floating out to the parking lot, like, what just happened? And as we're standing there in the parking lot, two things occurred. Two things happened. One, I said to Leanna, this is the universe's way of telling us that this is not the way. This man is not the way. That there's another way for us to go about dealing with POTS and other health issues. And that was the beginning of our journey into holistic medicine, Chinese medicine, functional medicine. It goes by many names, but I'm grateful for that our doctor fired us, because that really opened up a whole new path, which we have really found helpful. More on that another time. The other thing that happened that day in the parking lot, the other thought that came to me was, I said, Leanna, years ago, 1980, there was this thing called AIDS, and nobody knew what it was. And nobody wanted to know what it was. And then there were all these misconceptions about what it was. And people were really ignorant and afraid. And I said, but, time went on and people learned, and we all became educated about AIDS. And that is what I predict. Now, this is back in the parking lot. I said, I predict that in 10 years, when you say POTS, or when you say dysautonomia, or when you say an autoimmune condition, I predict that in 10 years, people are going to know. Our problem is we're on the ground floor. It's like 1980 for this autoimmune problem that we have, that we're dealing with. And I want to say that that's exactly what happened. 10 years on, this unfortunately has become kind of an epidemic. Because autoimmune is something that so many people are dealing with, and some of them don't even know. The term autoimmune is an umbrella term for more than 100 diseases. Conditions such as Parkinson's and MS and lupus and Lyme and all of them. POTS is still one that is still not very well known, but some of the other ones are and there's more than 100. I have used the word epidemic, and I think it is. So there's so much more to this story, but we're going to let all of that sink in. Some of you know our journey. Some of you have been on this journey with Leanne and I this entire time. And I am so grateful to each of you who ask about her health and are genuinely interested in her progress. So thank you for those of you who have been with us. But I'm sure a lot of this information is new to a lot of other folks. And I just want to say that I'm going to leave some information down below. There have been a lot of developments since 2012, thank goodness. And I keep discovering new information as I keep researching about this condition. And there's a doctor named Dr. Sanjay Gupta. He's in England. It's not the one you see on CNN. Dr. Gupta in London has a lot to say about POTS, and I'm grateful that he's saying it. But I am here to share with you about this mystery condition that I mentioned before. Thank you for staying with me this long on our video. Thank you for coming back even though there was a gap. And thanks so much for being here. I know you have 37 million other YouTube channels you can click on. I really am honored to have you here on this journey with me.